I was searching the depths of my memory for a good Christmas gig story. And this is the one that I found in my memory. So it was a number of years ago, and it was a gig that was at a mall, and it was for a Christmas parade. And there were 4 trumpets and a drummer that were hired to do this little Christmas parade through the mall. And it was myself, my good friends Rich Hoffman, John Cather, and I don't remember the other trumpet player's name, but good player. And then Dave Murphy on drums. And we get to the mall and we don't exactly know what's going on because we're just the hired guns. So we get there, and Murphy had brought our costumes, and we're expecting we got to dress up in something goofy like toy soldier costumes or something like that because we're going to play Herald Trumpets. It's a Christmas parade, right? And Dave says, no, he says, the only costumes I have here are from the Renaissance Fair, so we got to dress up like Renaissance guys. And I remember turning to Rich and saying, yeah, because nothing says Christmas parade like guys dressed like Renaissance people. Anyway, so we go inside, we find the event coordinator in charge, nice lady, and they've got a sleigh in there. I mean, a full size, it's got to be like a 15 or 20 foot sleigh that's filled with presents and stuff, and a big old guy over there who's going to play Santa Claus and sit in this sleigh. And the sleigh was on wheels. And the plan was Murphy was just going to play a cadence through the whole thing, and we would play some Christmas songs as we marched through the mall. We just had the little Nestico books, the 4-part books. So we're getting set up, kind of ready to go. Santa loads himself into the tray, in the sleigh, and the event coordinator comes up and she says to Murphy, she says, oh, no, you're not going to be playing drums. We have the mayor's son who's going to play drums on this. And Dave looks at her and says, okay, what do you want me to do? And she says, oh, well, we need you to pull the sled. And he says, pull the sled? And she goes, yeah, it's on wheels. You got to pull the sled with Santa in it. So he goes, okay, because he was a team player. He didn't want to cause a problem. It's Christmas time. We're going to have a good time. So we had the 4 trumpet players with long Herald trumpets and the Nestico books on lyres, and the mall was packed. It was just filled with people, wall-to-wall people. So there was a little bit of talk, oh, we got to be careful not to stab anybody with our trumpet bells or anything. We don't want to bend the horns or mess up our chops or anything. But the idea was to, just follow the sleigh through the mall until we got to the big Christmas tree in the middle, and then we would stop and we would play, I think it was Jingle Bells, or We Wish You a Merry Christmas, I'm sure it was, as the big finale. So Murphy's there ready to pull this Santa Claus, and fortunately Dave was kind of a big guy. And the son of the mayor, who, I don't know how old he was, 8 or 10 years old, he's got his drum strapped around his thing, and it's about 30 seconds before we're going to go. And the kid starts crying. He starts crying, well, I can't do it, I can't do it. And his dad comes up, and he wasn't mean to the kid, but he goes, come on, son, you got to do this, you got to do this. Come on, you can do this, you can do this. And the event coordinator says, go. And we hear a big grunt out of Dave Murphy as he starts pulling the sleigh, and the kid's playing this trying to play this cadence, and he's crying, wah, wah. And we're trying to play these Christmas songs, but it's hard to play because there's all these people and our horns are bouncing around, and it really didn't sound very good, but we're doing the best we can. And the whole time the kid's crying and Dave's grunting, and Dave's cutting corners through Sunglass Hut and stuff so that he can have the shortest path to get to the big Christmas tree, because it's a big deal to pull Santa Claus in a 15-foot sleigh. And we finally get to the Christmas tree, and we stop, and everyone's a little out of breath, and Murphy's way out of breath, and the kid's still crying, and we play We Wish You a Merry Christmas, and the gig's over, and we hightail it out of there. And when we get outside, we're all kind of going, wow, that was kind of crazy, and laughing a little bit, and all the emotions you can imagine that go through. And the event coordinator comes up to us outside, and she says, and we think, okay, here it comes, we're going to get in trouble. And she comes up, she says, guys, that was amazing. It couldn't have been any better. Phenomenal. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We're going to have you back next year and every year thereafter. Well, we never went back. And, now that I've been doing gigs for a while and a little bit further along in my life, I realize that you do different gigs for different reasons. And at the time, I think we did that gig because it paid some money. But now looking back at it, 25 years later, the reason we did it was for this memory. Have a Merry Christmas.